Morning, guys and gals. What's going on back here in the woods? Oh, limb rats. They hungry or what, guys? Look, they've been using that trail pretty good. Yeah, they're hitting it. That rock, that trophy rock, you can see where they've been licking that. That thing's nice and shiny. Yeah, got a good bit of corn here left. We've got such a heavy acorn crop this year. Phenomenal crop. Yeah, well, a lot of good cypress trees in here, guys. Look at them all. I just should start harvesting them. It's not my property, but you know, I just homestead property anyway. I'm standing on somebody else's ground right now anyway. I harvested a deer off of their property. Of course, I had permission. Always get permission, guys. What's old Steve-O doing today? Yep. Oh, look at this nasty thing right here. This is a real problem. These things right here. What a freaking problem. Potato vines. These are seed from these potato vines. These things are absolutely terrible. Here they are right here. Look at them. They just crawl up everything. What a pain in the ass. Here's some more. Even these little ones like this can create just a monster problem. Here's another one. Here's two more. I cut one of these open one time, guys. They look just like a potato, right? And I put my tongue on that open flesh on that. Oh my God. Man, I about had to scrub my tongue to get that crap off my tongue. Just pure ass poison. I bet you one of these little ones like this would kill you stony ass dead. My guess. Yeah. Let me open the shed up here and throw these in the trash before I forget it. There's where they go. What's Steve-O got going on today? What I got going on is I gotta make a couple more. I just picked up 2 more buckets, feeder buckets from Lowe's. And I'm gonna make a couple more feeders. And actually I picked up one for transport, because you transport these feeder buckets, these holes in it, every time you take a turn, you got freaking liquid feed all over the ass end of that truck. So I'm not doing that no more. What I'll do is take extra buckets of sealed product, sealed up, right, and I'll take them out. I'll take my rubber hammer to where I can reinstall the lids with my rubber hammer. Instead of beating the crap out of your hand, take a rubber hammer and pound the lid on. That way you rope these in the back of the truck where they're not sliding all over the place. And then when you get to your spot, you know, you can put the feed out for them. And this particular bucket here, I have a screw lid. These are kind of nice. You can get these, and then you put a little scoop action in here. This is basically Ultra B feed, and this, they've got this feeder here. Just look at that, hardly anything left in there. We're just sucking this thing down. Let's knock the bees out. Yeah, let's knock the bees out. And all I do is take my little scoop here, just kind of hold it up. If you spill a little bit, wow, guys. Wow. Wow, they're wanting that, guys. Look at them. I don't know, they're going through 5 gallons in about, I don't know, 5 days. At least a gallon a day. And now if this was an open bucket sitting here on the ground, they would suck that entire bucket in one day. If you just threw pine needles in it, and then if I'm going to do open bucket 2, then I take this little tripod thing. You can do it with any kind of stick. I just stick one leg down in the bucket and then spread this out. And then I throw a bunch of pine needles in the bucket and they crawl up this stick and fly out and stuff. But I kind of like these 5-gallon feeder buckets. I'm not sure where the liquid is. Yeah, I do see it. Wow, it's right here. I put this out yesterday, so they're drinking it faster. But I put 2 holes in each pocket. So now they're taking it faster. I'm just gonna keep stimulating them. I may put out just a bucket a week. Bucket a week will be fine. And I'm only putting in 5 pounds of sugar to 5 gallons. Yeah. See, to 5 gallons of water. 5 pounds of sugar, 5 gallons of water. But it's not really a true 5 because it's down about that far where those holes are. See, when you flip the bucket over, the holes are down about that far. When you drill them on an angle in here in these pockets, these little pockets here, you drill your 7/64 hole in there, 2 holes in each one. Try to hit them low. Don't get them way up high because the liquid would be way up here. Let them crawl down in there and get that liquid. So anyway, I've got to dig out. I got a pile, if you can see, of supers, 5-frame supers over there. And then I've got quite a few base units. These are all base units here. And there's some over here. And there's some 8 base units. So basically all I'm going to be dealing with from now on is 8s and 5s. I've got some 2s over here. I may convert these over to 4-framers. Maybe. That's a maybe. This is a maybe. Yes, I got a bunch of them here. And I don't know what. I might just combine these. I'd have to take the cleat off the bottom. Which is not that big a deal. Here's my thought. I can take the cleat off the bottom. Now this particular one has a full length bottom. That one I may not fool with. But the majority of these, as you can see, they've just got a cleat top and bottom. You can zap those off. Zap one side off. Take another one, zap it off, and then combine the 2 together and make a 4-frame nuke. I think that's going to be more robust than farting around with these 2-framers, because I find these just so sensitive. They're just so darn sensitive to robbing. Yeah, they are for me. You know, hey, you guys might have different experiences with it, but for me, no, they're just a. To me, these are a joke. I don't want to fool them no more. So they're going to be 5ers for Steve-O, or they're going to be garbage for Steve-O. One or the other. I've had enough, okay? I've absolutely had enough, guys. Yep. All right, so let me get some 5s out. A couple of 5s, and let's make a couple more swarm traps. I've got a bunch of this wood in here, side wood left over from the garage project, so that I can cut up and use for these traps. Want to have some fun? This is so much fun. I just love doing this. You know, every time you get around some really nasty bitches, you know, like Nasty Nancy and Nasty Whoopi. Check this out. See these things here? See these big monstrous ants? Check it out, guys. Is that amazing or what? Let's just, oh man, let's just cook them little babies. Yeah, cook them. It's great, guys. It's more fun. Watch this. Check this out, guys. Check this out. Check this out, boys and girls. Oh yeah. Snapcrackle hot, baby. Look at them. Fry, baby, fry. Look at all the eggs. Fry, baby, fry. And die. Is this illegal? There isn't a shortage of these, is there? I don't want to break the law, you know. There could be, you know, these could be on the endangered list. I'm not sure. Enough to get away, guys. I want all their little bodies dead. Let's just napalm their asses. Vietnam style, guys. Vietnam style, napalm them. I think some of these have slanty eyes too. Be like Robert Duvall. I just love the smell of napalm in the morning. Well, they're tough bastards, guys. You almost have to put the heat right on them to kill them, to make them stop wiggling. Amazingly tough critters, guys. Amazingly tough. In Florida here, wherever you have equipment like this sitting around, open them up slowly. So these holes these have got holes in the top too, like this one here. You could have a venomous snake in that sucker too, guys. So be thinking of that. Yeah. This isn't very nice either, guys. Look at the mold in between these boxes. A lot of that mold, though, comes from that friggin' plywood. Hardwood, I don't know. You get some of it, but not near as bad. I found that plastic pallet that's sitting on there at the pallet place. It was just one of them. I wish I could get a bunch of those. Some plastic pallets, boy, those are nice. But you can take regular wooden pallets and use motor oil or roofing tar and diesel fuel, and take a big old mop, old rag mop, and just mop over them, and it works too. Okay guys, I got my 2 boxes I'll make 2 swarm traps out of. All we're going to do is add some lumber to the bottom of them. And yeah, got 2 more. That'll give us 4 out in the field. We'll let those run a while. I think I'll make a 3rd one and put it on that big old pine right over there, about 5 feet up. Haven't caught any swarms in this yard in a long time, but who knows, I might do it in 25. Let's go in the grafting shack here and turn on the wax melter. Get it a-cooking. Get it a-cooking. By the time I get my boxes built, my swarm traps built, this wax ought to be ready to rock and roll here. Yeah, I need to add some to this. Tim Robinette gave me a block of wax. Thank you very much, Mr. Tim. I gotta go get a hammer. I'll be right back. Yeah, here's a hammer, makeshift hammer. Yeah. Let's add some more wax to this bucket here. This is a little sloppy. This is a bit sloppy. Real sloppy. Well, I'll tell you what, guys. Actually, it's probably, I'm gonna let that melt down in there too. Yeah. We'll just let that baby melt on down in there. Heck yeah. It won't be long. Take about, I don't know. It's gonna take about 3 hours for that to melt down. That's all right. All right, let's go build some boxes. Last thing we'll do is slop up wax on the inside of them things. Okay, guys, the object here is to take these existing 5-frame nukes, my beefies. This is the Steve-O Beefy. I actually saw cut these, so I'm putting dividers in. Probably never see a divider. I'm not even fooling with that anymore. It was just an idea I had a while back. But anyway, yeah. So look at these. Look at them still running around here. Total pain in the ass. Yeah, I got a lot of bees flying around here. I was making some syrup up. Look at them flying around in my truck and all. Spilt syrup. Yeah, spilled syrup. They're all over. Bees are all over the place. To quit spilling syrup. And that's why I'm going to seal them up in my 5s. Like, see those 5s? Sealing them up. Yeah, we don't have any more issues. So the object here is to add, these are 10 inches. These are 10 inches high, as you can see. We're going to go to 17 inches total. Yeah. So I'm going to come up here. I'm going to have 7 inches below and 2. So I'm going to cut these panels 9 inches. That'll give me a 17-inch box, you see. Yeah, the bottom of the box will be down here. So we need 2 up and 7 down, that's 9. So we'll cut some strips out of this material here. I got a bunch of this. I got a bunch of this in the barn. And we'll run the lines lengthways. So they'll be cut 21 and 5/16. 21 and 5/16, right? By 9 inches. But I don't like this little lip here. So first thing I'll do, I got my table saw, I'll go zip and burn that off. We'll burn that off. And actually I don't even need to do that. Let's see what happens here. Not 17. But the problem there, see, I'm coming close there. If I go 17, now I'm down to some meaty material. I think I will burn that off. Burn that piece off. And then that way I've got thick material to shoot in on either end. I'm thinking I don't need to do that, because it really don't matter. Let's make this as simple as we can. I'll set up, I'll put a line on that thing. I don't have my, see, I can't get this fence out, and I don't have an extended table here with my Mickey Mouse operation. So I'll snap a line on that, push the sheet up here, and eyeball the cut through. I'll be close enough for this work here. Obviously, if you were doing tons of this stuff, you'd rig yourself up a table, extension table here, to where you can shove the material up there and do this thing correctly. Yes, okay. So you see what I got to do. We're going to cut 9-inch piece, go all the way around the box. It'll be simple, and then throw a piece on the bottom. I am boring one hole in the bottom of these things, a 5/8 hole, right in the center for drainage. And then we'll bore another hole over here, 7/8 hole, right in the center here. And I'll put a disc on it, a purple one, I think, because they like purple. And yeah, I picked up some Oops paint when I was down there. It's kind of a purple paint. So I'm going to slap them up with that. And that should work. Okay guys, we got her set up, going, rocking and rolling here. I went and trimmed off that piece. There's a scrap. I burnt that off, so now I got a nice fat edge here, and it came up 9 inches. We'll have 2 overlap on the side of the box, give a 7-inch dangling down. I got the Kreg saw. This thing's sweet. You got this end piece here. What that does, they give you a super long cord, as you can see on this thing, so you can rip long panels. And you just have it to where the cord's in one of these slots here. And when you pick this thing up, it's got a rail. When you first buy these, there's a plastic piece here. Well, when you drop down here, as you can see, there's a track right here. That track falls on this track. So you got a straight edge. And you start the thing up, and then you plunge down. Have your saw where it's plunging out here, out in midair, right? And when you first get these, you'll have plastic sticking out about this far. Well, your first cut, when you first set up, you're going to plunge. The factory leaves you extra plastic on there. Will you burn that off? That first pass, you're going to burn off this plastic piece that was sticking off. That gets wasted. So now your saw is set up to where you can start burning it out. So they send you a nice long rail for this thing. I don't know if they make longer rails so you can have 8-foot sheets or whatever, but this particular one here, is to the end of that plastic. As you can see, is 64, 5'4". So it's a very nice tool. Actually, my son gifted that to me. And what was crazy about this, Amazon sent this thing, And then it got lost in shipment somehow. And so we call Amazon and said, I know this thing was like, I don't know, like three something. Yeah. I can't hear you talking to me. I can't hear, so I'll take the earplugs on. Yeah, this thing was 3 something, and we called Amazon. They said it was going to ship it on it, and it was going to land a certain date. Never showed. It never showed up. The next day, we call them up. Where's my friggin' saw? They go, I don't know. Acting like Harris, you know, or Joe. And we don't know. I said, well, they said the best thing to do is just probably cancel the order and then reorder. And we said, really? Yeah. I said, that's the easiest thing to do. So they had us cancel and then reorder. And they said, we'll have it on your doorstep tomorrow. Well, guess what? And then they said, if the other one happens to be found somewhere and you lands on your doorstep, just keep it. So we got 2 saws, guys, for the price of 1, because the very next day, what was on my doorstep? Another Kreg saw. So now my son has one, and I have one. Yeah. And he never uses his, so when I burn this one up, he'll probably give me that one too. So that's a sweet tool, guys, for burning sheets. If you guys are knocking out mini nukes or whatever you're doing, or freaking getting scrap wood like this and knocking out hive sides or whatever, yeah. And this particular one here, what is this thing? I think I told the boys to burn this 4 feet. Look at what they did. They burnt it 4 feet, just like I ordered. And so I've got a 21 5/16 there. Flip it around. 21 5/16 there. So I've got a box here. So this here, I can make a ton of these things. But what we're going to do here is the rest of these, I'm going to burn out maybe 3-4 more of these traps. And then I'm just going to burn the rest of that wood up into 5-frame nukes. Yep. And then all them 2-frame boxes, the ends like that, they're going to be burned out into 4-frame nuke boxes. Yep. So we'll be dealing with 4s, 5s, and 8s. That's it. Okay, guys, I banged the sides on. I got one more to do here. That one right there. So here's what we got so far. See, I'm using 1 1/4. I'm using 1 1/4 crown staples. And I just kind of staggered it. One here, one there, and so forth and so on. You got a 2-inch overlap here, right? So the whole box from here to here will be 17. And so bend these over, because you're going to run your hand down in here, cleaning out the box, whatever. Make sure you bend them over, because you're going to run your hand down there and slam that on your hand. Then you're going to cry and want your mommy. So don't be a Buttigieg and start crying like a little bitch baby and want your mommy. So bend those over, okay? So now what Steve-O has got to do here on this deal, we're going to put solid bottoms on these too, guys. I put 2 in the field yesterday. And everybody's telling me don't use screens, so I'm taking your advice, because this is a new world for Steve-O. 62 years of beekeeping. I never made the first flipping swarm trap. So new experience for me, but beekeeping is always a learning curve. You never learn it all. So take advice from people that have done it, right? Don't be so proud you can't take advice. That's my motto. Always take advice. Sometimes the advice you get, like, let's see, from, let's see, who would that be? From Fauci? Or maybe Joe? Or Harris? Or maybe Barack? Yeah, those people there, you take advice from them. You may be, now I don't know for sure, but you may be led down the wrong friggin' trail. All right, what do we got here? 9.5. So we're going to cut a piece 9.5 by 9. 9.5 by 9. That way we can bring that right over, even with the top, even with the bottom row. This will be the bottom. See, our frame rests are down here, you see. See, there's our frame rest. We already got that in there. Yeah, all we got to do is take a 9-inch piece by 9.5 and put it right on here. Put this even. If it gets a little wild up here, we don't care. But make sure it's even here, because we're going to put a board on this bottom piece, see, and seal that in. Then we're going to drill a 5/8 hole here just for drainage. And then this trap is done. You put one on each end, this thing is done, other than coating the inside with wax. We're going to wax everything. We'll throw our bottom on. We'll drill our entry hole right down here. Boom, bada bing, 7/8. We'll put a disc on. And yeah, and then we'll wax the whole inside with a 4-inch roller. And then I think I'm going to buy some Swarm Commander. Yeah. A little pricey, I think, but I'm going to go on Amazon. I think I can get it on Amazon. We got Amazon Prime, so yeah, a little bit of that goes a long way. So put some Swarm Commander, and hey, you get one swarm, you pay for it. You're gonna be trapping at least $150 worth of bees on a minimum. May even be $175 or maybe $200. The way bees keep climbing up, I guess what's controlling the whole bee price game these days is those California almonds, because them boys are getting pretty good price to pollinate those things. And one commercial guy I know, he went out there and he got that honey. Made a lot of almond honey, but you can't even eat that stuff. It's so nasty. I don't know what you do with it. I guess you just feed it back to the bees. Why not, right? Feed it back to the bees. And this is good and tight here. I may not even run a bead of caulk down it, which it is. See, this is really tight here. I may not even caulk that. I'll just slop some paint on it. Let's make these things as cheap as we can. The last one, I had a little gapper down here, and I run a bead of caulk. I had some caulk in stock, so I went and shot it. So these things, if you've already got your 5-frame boxes, these are the dimensions, I guess, for your swarm traps. So let's bang some out. I mean, these boxes were really cheap to begin with. Then I had this extra wood, so why not utilize it, right? All right, let me keep on getting on here. It's about time for my ribeye. Okay, guys, got all my sides on. All I lack now is my bottom. And we're going to be going with a bottom of 9.5 by 22 1/4. 22 1/4 will work. That's it. Very simple box. Even brain dead Joe could build this. You reckon? I didn't hear what you said. Just a minute. Huh? Oh, he couldn't. What do you say? I can't stand. Oh, wait, whoa. That hurts my ears talking like that. Let me put this plug back in. There we go. Now I can't hear you. Okay. Let me see your face. Polish your face. There you go. Yeah. So, yeah. About ready to throw a. Got my grill cooking, guys. About to throw me a nice 1.25 pound ribeye on that grill. Y'all have these knocked out in a jiffy, and I'm going to put them on the waterfront. Actually, I've got to have one more. I got 2 on the waterfront now. This will be a 3rd one on the waterfront. And then I've got a location to my east that I have actually had 2 swarms that I didn't catch. They were actually in trees. And the owner was really nervous, couldn't get it. At the time, I didn't need it. And he said, I want them gone. He was nervous because he was having a new tenant come in to the building. He had some mobile home there, and he had a new guy coming in. And he was nervous, so all I did is crawl up in the hole, crawl up a ladder, and I shot 2 cans of wasp and hornet spray in that hole. And then he was cutting the tree down anyway. And then I shoved a rag in there and smeared hydraulic cement over the hole. And then I came back the next day, there was a small cluster. And if I had to do that all over again, I would have salvaged those bees. I would have split that log open, cut that tree down, split that log open, and I got a bee vac now, so I could have backed up all those bees and saved the colony. But back at the time, this has been like, I don't know, 10 years or more ago, 12 years. I just didn't have a need for him in any way, and he was desperate and short of time, so I just went in there and took him out of the food chain. If I had to do it over again, I wouldn't have done that. So anyway. Yeah, so I just got to do that box over there, and I got 2 traps ready to go. So this has been a quickie project for today. I'm going to let you go. I'm going to go eat a steak. I'll see you real soon on the next one. Be happy, be strong. We're going to keep getting it on with Booty Jed or not. No, we don't want any booty. Not from Jed anyway. See ya.